But what can you do to the scalp to encourage the hair to grow again?
Hello, welcome back. Today we'll explore the secrets to helping your hair grow faster and thicker. Joining us in this video is Dr. Barbara O'Neill, a highly respected health educator. She will share her insights into the causes of hair loss and provide solutions to prevent it, along with tips to stimulate hair growth. In addition, Dr. Barbara will introduce a drink that may help reverse gray hair and explain how to choose shampoos that best support hair health. But first, let's dive into the common causes of hair loss.
Why there is hair loss. So what would be some of the most common causes of hair loss?
The first cause, chemicals.
The solutions that they use to straighten the hair, or for people with straight hair that want curly hair, it is a very toxic chemical. If a person wants to straighten their hair, they put this toxic solution on. It's a strong chemical, and what it does is it breaks all the little joints in the hair, because hair has all these little joints like this. So what it does is it breaks the joints, and then it's molded, of course, around either there for the curl or there for the straight. They rinse off that chemical and then they put another chemical on to set it. When those chemicals are constantly going on the hair, little by little, they kill the hair follicles. I have also seen in some areas where people braid their hair really, really tightly. You'll often see that they've got hair loss around here where you've got that weight on the hair which can really just keep pulling the hair out, and then the follicles are damaged. It is a good idea not to dye your hair because most dyes have chemicals in them, chemical hair dye. And little by little it was killing off her follicles where the hair grows, so it can be chemicals on the hair.
Hair dyes contain peroxide, especially hydrogen peroxide, which reacts chemically with sulfur in the hair. This reaction reduces the sulfur content in the hair, depriving it of essential nutrients. Over time, hair dyes can cause the hair to become dry, frizzy, and prone to breakage. The more frequently you dye your hair, the worse its quality becomes. The chemicals in hair dyes penetrate the hair cuticle and weaken the keratin protein structure, making the hair brittle and more likely to fall out. Certain ingredients in hair dyes can irritate the scalp, causing follicle inflammation, which negatively affects the growth of new hair. Hair dyes can also disrupt the natural growth cycle of hair, making it harder for new hair to grow and resulting in weaker strands. Additionally, most hair dyes contain heavy metals like mercury, lead, and arsenic. If the levels of these elements exceed safety standards, they can lead to acute heavy metal poisoning.
Sometimes I see hair loss in a hormonal imbalance. So if it's a hormonal imbalance, then the hormones must be balanced back again. And that's where the Anna's Wild Yam Cream. The Anna's Wild Yam Cream is a cream that when it's regularly applied twice a day, it balances those hormones back and can cause that hair to grow back again. Sometimes high stress, if someone goes through a very stressful situation, one of the reactions can be hair loss.
Genetics is also one of the causes of hair loss in both men and women. This occurs when you inherit genes that cause hair follicles to shrink over time and eventually stop growing altogether. In addition, anemia is another factor that can lead to hair loss.
Anemia. If a person is anemic, it can cause hair loss. So what's anemic? Anemic means very low iron in the blood. And anemia can be caused because of heavy blood loss at period time. A lot of women suffer from that, and that can cause anemia. And the anemia can cause the hair loss. Boost the progesterone, get the estrogen down, then there won't be the heavy blood loss every month and the person won't be anemic anymore, and so again the hair can grow. Another cause of anemia can be low hydrochloric acid, because iron is bound up in food and it needs acid to liberate it from food. So it's very important that the person ensure they have nice strong hydrochloric acid. A simple way to ensure that is to have 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in a little bit of water before every meal. If you're finding that a little bit hard, you can have the juice of a lemon before every meal. Important to leave a break between meals. Important not to drink water with your meals because that dilutes the hydrochloric acid. Also important to have a very happy, relaxed environment at the meal table. So the causes of hair loss can be anemia, it can be high stress, it can be a hormonal imbalance, and it can be damage that's just physical damage that has been done to the hair follicles.
Now let's hear Dr. Barbara share her insights on how to choose the right and safe shampoo for your hair.
In many shampoos today, there is a chemical and it's called sodium lauryl sulfate. And sodium lauryl sulfate makes it foam and it kills hair follicles. So it's important to buy shampoo that doesn't have sodium lauryl sulfate because that certainly can contribute to hair loss. So it's important to take a magnifying glass into the shop and read the labels. In places like Whole Foods, Sprouts, Trader Joe's, where they have a lot of health foods, so they have a lot of supplements, and they have a more healthier brand of products. No sodium lauryl sulfate, but you can get some very nice coconut-based shampoos. Coconut is very nourishing to the scalp.
Sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, is a synthetic sulfate-based chemical, a type of salt formed when sulfuric acid reacts with another chemical compound. Currently, industrial sodium lauryl sulfate is produced from petroleum or from plants such as coconut oil and palm oil.
You can make a mix that you can put on your hair. So half a cup of coconut oil and half a cup of castor oil. Castor oil is a very thick oil, but castor oil penetrates deeper than any other oil. So when that is put onto the scalp, it penetrates even deeper. Coconut oil is a very nourishing oil. It's an antifungal oil, antibacterial oil. But what you also can put with that, so now you've got a cup of oil there. To that cup of oil, you can add 10 drops of rosemary essential oil. Rosemary is a herb that's specific for the scalp. Rosemary essential oil. So you could make up this mix in a jar and mix it very, very well, and maybe once a week you massage it into the scalp. Your hair will be very oily, of course, but you massage it into the scalp. Just even the massaging into the scalp stimulates blood supply to the hair follicles. Castor oil penetrates very deep, and wherever it penetrates, it can revive life into that area. And the coconut also is a very nourishing oil, and the rosemary essential oil stimulates. Every herb stimulates different parts of the body, and this rosemary herb is specific for the scalp. So leave it in as much as you can. Maybe you choose a Sunday when you may be going to be home all day. And at the end of the day, you wash out. Now you might need to put shampoo on a couple of times to get all that oil out. Just use a little bit of hot water and then a nice amount of shampoo. And if it's still a little bit greasy, maybe shampoo it again.
One of the most common types of hair loss is androgenetic alopecia, also known as male pattern baldness, although it can also affect women. Rosemary oil treats androgenetic hair loss by blocking testosterone from attacking hair follicles. Rosemary essential oil contains compounds such as rosmarinic acid and ursolic acid, which help increase blood circulation to the scalp. This stimulates hair follicles, promoting growth and preventing hair loss. Rosemary is rich in vitamins and antioxidants, which strengthen hair strands. Additionally, rosemary essential oil helps reduce dandruff, scalp irritation, and improves hair texture. Another natural remedy worth mentioning is slippery elm bark.
What about if someone's got very dry scalp, dandruff, or sometimes psoriasis in the scalp? The slippery elm can be excellent for cleaning that up and nourishing it. So what you would do then is you'd do a similar amount of this, but this time you'd put the rosemary essential oil in, because the rosemary essential oil is very nourishing to the scalp. Let's say dry scalp, eczema. Some people do experience eczema in the scalp. Then you would do the slippery elm and the rosemary.
Next, let's explore 3 daily practices to stimulate hair growth. The first is exercise.
Exercise. What exercise does is it increases the circulation of the blood to the extremities, and the scalp is considered an extremity. So exercise daily, especially the high-intensity interval training. The high-intensity interval training, because of the periods of very high intensity, that really gets the blood moving out to the extremities. So that should be done daily.
Regular exercise helps improve blood circulation, delivering oxygen and essential nutrients to the hair, which promotes healthier hair growth. The second practice, stay hydrated.
And hydration. Keep well hydration. Remember, the rule of thumb is 8 glasses to 100 pounds body weight. It's a good rule of thumb too, to know how much water to give the children.
When your body is well hydrated, your hair receives adequate moisture, making it appear thicker and stronger. The third practice, get enough sleep.
And remember, when healing happens at twice the rate, sleep. You want to heal, you got to get 8 hours. 8 hours, not negotiable, every night. The sleep is vital. The sleep is not negotiable. If you're not used to that much sleep, little by little by little, you can train yourself back into sleeping longer.
According to the U.S. National Institutes of Health, sleep has a significant impact on your hair. Specifically, if you sleep well and get enough rest, your hair can be restored and provided with the necessary proteins. Additionally, during sleep, the body increases the release of enzymes and growth hormones, creating optimal conditions for healthy hair growth. Now let's dive into the foods that can help restore your hair's natural color.
But I also know that people have claimed to get the color back in their hair by drinking a lot of green drinks. Now, what green drinks contain is a lot of minerals. And when you consider what we talked about this afternoon, that the mineral content of the soil is about 50% less what it was 50 years ago, that a lot of the foods today have less minerals in them. So how do you have green drinks? Well, you can buy chlorophyll, you can buy green barley powder, you can buy wheatgrass powder, you can buy super greens. So basically taking that 3 times a day, making sure you have lots of greens in your daily salad will ensure you don't lose the minerals when you cook your greens. You only lose your minerals if you throw the water away that you cook them in.
So what essential nutrients are needed to help you achieve strong and healthy hair?
We also need to be having generous amounts of protein. Here's your legumes, your nuts, your seeds. So generous proteins. Proteins are the building blocks of the body. And healthy fats. So there's your nuts, your seeds, your avocados, coconut and olive oil. It's a very concentrated food. You do not need very much, just a little bit, but it certainly can make food taste nice.
Protein is the main component that makes up hair strands. When your body is supplied with adequate protein, your hair becomes stronger, shinier, and less prone to breakage. A lack of protein can lead to dry, brittle hair, and even hair loss. While it does not directly affect hair, fiber supports a healthy digestive system, which in turn helps the body absorb essential nutrients, including those vital for healthy hair. A diet rich in fiber, protein, and healthy fats not only promotes overall health, but also helps you maintain strong, shiny, and healthy hair. However, to achieve beautiful hair, it's important to combine good nutrition with proper hair care practices, such as washing your hair correctly, using appropriate hair care products, and protecting your hair from environmental damage.
What about dandruff? Dandruff can often happen when using shampoo with sodium lauryl sulfate. It can also happen when a person's on a high sugar diet because that basically feeds the dandruff.
Sugar is the preferred food for Malassezia fungus, a common cause of dandruff. When blood sugar levels spike, Malassezia rapidly multiplies on the scalp, leading to inflammation and flaking. Sugar also increases insulin levels in the blood, stimulating the sebaceous glands to produce excess oil. This excess oil combines with dead skin cells to form dandruff. Additionally, sugar alters the scalp's pH balance, creating an ideal environment for bacteria and fungi to grow, causing irritation and inflammation. A diet high in sugar is one of the primary causes of dandruff. By adjusting your diet and adopting proper scalp care, you can manage dandruff and achieve healthier hair. Small changes made today can lead to a healthier body and scalp in the long run. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for updates on our latest content. Thank you for watching.